Pink. Wow. Phone looks pretty good. Let's see what happens over here. Oh, here we go. Okay, Pink, we're good to go. We're in, we're up, we're running. And I can look, and I can see, and I can do. Good morning, Calvin. What's going on, folks? All right, so we got ourselves a brand spanking new phone, as you can see. We got ourselves an iPhone 8, blah, I don't know, whatever Antonio told me to get. And I got it. And the cameras are much better. That's better. That's much better. And judging from what I'm seeing over here, it's definitely much better. The other thing I don't have to do is when I'm looking at it now, I don't have to reverse it. You guys can read whatever I stick up. That's a new feature. I'm impressed, man. Welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. I'm your host, Bart Burke, and we're coming to you live from Long Island, New York. Bring it on home. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a share, give us a subscription. Help us out, hook us up. Turn down the computer. The computer is turned down. It's off, as a matter of fact. It's all good. So, how about if I stand in front of it like that? Is that better? Artie Mike, what's going on? Am I really that loud? Is it loud, or is it like a reverb? It's probably because there's a little bit of an echo in here because we're in the garage. Let's open up the door and take care of business. It's pretty warm outside. Oh, I installed a new thermometer right here, so now I can see exactly what the inside temperature is and the outside temperature. It is 62.7 degrees outside. That is Fahrenheit, I'll have you know. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. This is my therapy. It really, really good for my mind, body, and soul. Sharon, what's going on with you? Again, welcome from Helsinki, Finland. You guys come on. You're on pretty regularly, Alan. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Got my Yeti coffee. I didn't have much of a, let me see. I don't have much of notes for today. The notes are kind of slim. Again, you gotta dot the I's and you gotta cross that T. So I guess we're gonna start off where we were the old time with old business and what went on with old business. The last time I left you was the ball was in my court in terms of the Army Corps of Engineers with 4 questions. And they were questions regarding some details in regards to my application to them for an off-bottom culture permit for raising oysters. I, from a engineering type deal, whatever you want to call it, business background, I went into as detail as possible as I thought I could because I know I'm dealing with some professional organizations and I want to kind of do it once and then move on, you know? Well, it started back and forth quite a few times over the past week. I figured it was just gonna be no, it wasn't. It's never that easy. So remember, persistence is the key. Don't get mad. Just do. Just go. Just keep moving. The end result will happen. Okay. So off we went. 13 different emails. Good for the muscles. Isn't that funny? Good for the muscles. So, the last and final response from the Army Corps of Engineers on Wednesday afternoon was just one last thing, Mr. Burke. When my wife says to me, just one more thing, or my boss, or anybody else says just one more thing, when that first part of the sentence comes out as just one more thing, you kind of go like this, You rub your head, you wince a little bit, you hope, you scratch, and you pray that it's not going to be too difficult, because it's just one last thing, and there seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel. I was just wondering, not wondering, she didn't say that at all. Did you send in the New York State Department of State Coastal Management Program Federal Consistency Assessment form? Okay, I knew what the form was. I have it right here. It's all filled out. It's all done. When I was in to see them the first time, I was instructed. I got 2 copies of this were given to me. And they said, you know, you're going to have to send this in, but don't send. Now, this is what I heard, and maybe I assumed, and maybe I heard something else, or maybe this is what I presumed, or whatever it is, okay? I was under the assumption, and again, assuming anything makes an ass out of myself, and I should have never, ever assumed anything. But I was kind of instructed that at least that's what I thought I heard him say. Maybe I was wrong, but it was something along the lines like, don't send this in yet. Wait until you have the approval from us and then send it in, and you have to send it into the DEC and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, no problem, man. So cool. I'll keep that in my file when I get my application from you guys. But now all of a sudden, on Wednesday, they say, oh, did you send that in? And then so I emailed back, I said, I was instructed not to send it in until approval. Well, boom, it came right back within 10 minutes later. That is incorrect. You must send it in, and then she puts in a link in there as well. And I'm like, uh-oh. And I looked at the link, and lo and behold, the link is, of course the link has everything in it. Of course I did it wrong. Of course I'm the bad guy. And that's the way I play it. I'm the bad guy, man. I am the bad guy. I am so sorry. Allah, Allah, Allah. I understand. But now they need a copy of it. So now I'm under again, here we go again. I'm assuming that my application now is going to be held up at that end, and I am not taking any chances. So guess what time it is? It's time to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning again and be at 26 Federal Plaza in downtown Manhattan, which there are so many beeping cops crawling around there. I got 2 tickets, man. This one cost me big, man. I got my registration is out. It was November the 1st, okay? And it expired on the 31st, the day before, and I forgot, and it's in the glove box. I'm like, oh no. So I got that. Plus, I was overextended on my time for the parking meter. I thought I was doing so good. I lucked out. So now I got 2 $65 tickets. That's $1.30, right? Last time it was only $50 for parking. This time it's $1.30 for parking. And a bunch of time, and it's hell driving in the city. But anyway, here you go. I'm excited. I got it in a nice little envelope. I get up to the whatever floor in the Army Corps of Engineers. I'm expecting to meet the person that I've been emailing back and forth. I'm really excited about that because now I can put a name to the face and shake her hand, and I'm kind of excited about that. I get up there and I see the same guy that had instructed me the last time, and I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no. I said, the person I wanted to see is working from her. Oh no, she's not here today. Oh no, I don't get to see her. But here is the form, and please make sure that she gets it. And and one more thing. Now that you have it, how much longer do I have to wait? Am I crying like a little girl, a little baby? Shouldn't say little girl. I am crying like a little girl because it was So I couldn't get the answers that I needed. No problem. turn around, walk out, take my ticket, get back in my car, back to the Queens Midtown Tunnel, traffic up the wazoo, get out on the LIE, and back home again. I'm home by 11:30, and and meanwhile, I'm thinking all the way home. It took us about 2 hours to get home, about 2 hours to get in. And I was only there for about 20 minutes, but between this and that and waiting and everything else, I left at 4 and I was home at 11. So, do the math. All the way home, I'm thinking to myself, I got to email her and tell her that I hand-delivered it and I'm disappointed that I didn't get to see you, and blah, 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 blah. And by the way, one more thing is this really going to hold up my application? Now what? I was under the, is this going to... And she emailed back pretty damn quick that she says, no, this has no pertinence to our approval, meaning the Army Corps of Engineers. Cool. I emailed her back, thanks. And that's it. And that's where I'm at. So let's see what happens now. What's gonna happen on Monday? Scallop season opens up on Monday, by the way, of which I probably am not going to be able to get to go, although we do have the boat up and ready. I was expecting for Freddie to come in. We put in some cleats on the boat. We kind of get a little fiberglass. This is on Freddie's boat. Freddie's got a small work boat. I don't know, it's probably about 20 feet, something like that. Flat bottom, wood boat, archaic, like Freddie. And, he's scalloped a million years. He's got his dredges out. We fixed his dredges. We're ready to go. we did this on the cheap as possible. We put a couple of rails in there to be able to put the cleats on. We just got to find a cull board or something to put down. And I guess Antonio and Fred are going to go out on Monday. I might not be going because my roof still didn't get done because of the weather and this and that. But I've been working all week long on the inside of that house, painting it up, spackling it up, trying to get it all nice and pristine. And then it starts raining again. But I am like pulling my hair out right now. But it's all good. I'm alive. I'm doing well. I'm excited. I'm feeling good. Life is good if you don't let it get to you. So, you gotta dot the I's and cross the T's. So that's my story. Now let's see who's on and see what's going on. That's my opening story. How was that story? Was it a good story? Bad story? I don't know, I understand that the Army Corps of Engineers is doing their job 100%. That is for sure. Oh, I did send it to, not only did I have to get it to her, but I had to get it to the New York Department of State, along with copies of all of this, 37 pages, to the New York State Department of State Coastal Management Program Federal Consistency Assessment Form. Is mailed off, priority mail, to the New York State Department of State. Here's the receipt for that mail. I got to check up on that on Monday just to make sure. But apparently it's not, whatever. It was another hoop that I jumped through, and I jumped. And now I'm waiting for the next hoop, and hopefully it's not going to be any more hoops, at least for the Army Corps of Engineers. Now, when we get done with the Army Corps of Engineers, guess where we're going next? We're going to the Department of Environmental Conservation, the guys that really make I shouldn't say that. They make the Army Corps, everybody makes the rules. These guys are the guys who are going to be enforcing cleanliness, temperature, where you're getting them from, tags, harvesting procedures, whether you got a classified shitter on the boat, stuff like that. What do you mean by classified pooper? I mean a 5-gallon bucket with a closing lid works, but it has to be labeled human waste, okay? That is important that you have one of those on the boat at all times. No pooping over the edge. You're not allowed to do that. I could never do that anyway. Oh, so who we got on today? Calvin's in the house. Harry Kitt, did you hear from the ownership that joined the gang? He was the hired muscle. Bad guys wear black hats. Bring it on down. Columbo. Sandra Carter. Who's Columbo? Good morning. Toledo, Ohio. What's happening, Toledo? Bring it on home. All right. So you guys are in the house. That's cool. We got 15. That's it. Come on. What happened? 16 people? How about a thumbs up, guys? Back and forth, plus you guys. That's it for my notes. So, what are we doing next? All right, next. I got a new phone. Seems to be working pretty good, huh? Now make sure this thing doesn't pop out of there. Put this over here. Equipment time. We had to buy some new equipment this week. Me and Antonio's going scalloping. I got boots and I got wet pants if I went on the boat because you're not getting in the water. But I also needed I needed pants. I needed waders for Great Gun. And of course, I needed a new pair of waders. How many pairs of waders do you go through, Bart? All of them. So, we got enough. I had one of these the last time around, didn't I? The Field and Stream guys that I tore up. There they are. Dun, 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 waders. I mean, come on, rubber pants. I hate them. But I got a bigger size. I got big 13s this time. These are neoprene. I'm thinking about sealing up the seams again. Putting the Flex Seal on the seams. Maybe I'm going to do it on the inside too while we're at it. They smell like nice new waders. The insides already have a tape on them. Maybe we should just give it a little shot right around that tape just to be on the safe side. Anyway, this is what Antonio's going to wear on the boat for scalloping. And if I'm on the boat, I got some other stuff I can wear. I'm good. Of course, I'm always looking for gloves, right? Gloves, and more gloves. So, using these big gloves, because now we're getting into the time that you don't want to get your hands wet, right? Because it's getting too damn cold out. So I had these long ones. These are from last year. These work really great. I really like these because they got enough space to be able to put one of them hand warmers in there. And they go up the whole sleeve, and they keep your whole sleeve all nice and warm and toasty and dry, okay? Now, those are good, but the dexterity is a little tough. So I was in Dick's, and I'm looking around, and lo and behold, they had these new ones called Hydra Hides. Check these out. Nice, right? They got a little cuff on here. They're textured on there, and they got like a fleece on the inside. Pretty nice. I'm kind of excited about them, to tell you the truth. I think they're pretty nice. They only go to here, which is good, but the dexterity is much better. So, we'll see. What's next? Oh, I got these other ones too. These ones aren't bad. These are some other new gloves I got. These are like a chemical resistant type glove. Again, you got to keep them dry. But again, the dexterity is not that great with these either. Those other ones are pretty good. So that takes care of that. The fiberglass, that lid, that's pretty good. Kind of had some crappy weather. I was working on that house this week, so I had to get that taken care of, meaning priming and painting it and spackling it and whatnot. Also fixed a screen door over there and some other screens that were popping out. You know, they got a little kid and a little kid pushing on the screen. You know, I don't have to get into it. We got a bunch of cages over here that are happening. Let me disconnect here. Hey, Zip, what's going on? Let me see what happens if we turn the camera around. Huh? Ooh. Oh, that's my finger in the way. What if we go like this? I can't go that way. I got to stay that way. Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that to you. So we got some cages up and ready to go here. We got some more cages out here that we got to put together. I got some wire over here. We got Tony Joe in the house. Oh, you want to put one of your signs up in my office? Is that right? Oh, you're looking beautiful today, Tone. Everybody say hello to Tone.
Morning, everybody.
What are you on? Are you on Wheel of Fortune now? They, you know, when they get the thing off the floor.
No, it's the Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
Show
When
your reward.
Yeah, exactly.
Or is it?
No, you are Havana with your New York, with your Patriots thing. Yeah, we'll get one of them up there for you, up there on the thing. That's for sure.
I mean, it could be an outdoor one, but I figure it's cardiac.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll give it a wipe down. It's all good. So,
Right today with all you felt in the game today, I think.
are oystermen in your bay? Oh, I can't read. I can't. I didn't catch it. What's that, Tom?
Okay, what we read over here?
I didn't catch it fast enough on the phone. Sandra Carter is asking us some questions. We got some junk down here. We got.
Are there any oysters in your bay who tried to oyster without going through all this red tape? Question mark. Unfair, but
You can't. You can't go through the. You got to go through the red tape. Otherwise, you're just because you got to have tags on them and stuff. Back as best I can. Again, new phone. Give it a little test through. You remember the lid, right? Remember the lid that we fiberglassed last week? There she is. Dun, 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 dun. Still going. It's been raining. We got some doors. We got doors that are going on and doors that are going on here. Got to get it underneath there. I had put some holes in here, but I refiberglassed them up again. I was going to put this of a mess, but we got to cut the holes back out and whatnot. But we're good. I mean, it's good. It's all good. It's happening. Oh, the pool is green. We got to get that closed up by the end of this week. That's another thing I got to do. But whatever, man. Well, we're moving along. Progress. New phone seems good, huh, Tony Joe? Good camera.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got. That is all I got. Soundtrack of our lives. There you are. You really? No, I'm not really. I'm running done. Looks like fun. Oh.
It's Zips videos, all it's biking.
Oh, Zip's been biking? Okay.
Yeah, it's videos and stuff.
Cool. I don't follow much anymore. Supposed to start blowing though here. It's supposed to get blowing like 50 knots. All right.
Speaking of 50 knots.
Yeah. All right. So I got to go check something out. Let me turn this back around this way and this way and then go to here. And that way I can see what's going on. Whoops, I'm over top of the thing. All right, guys. Where do we see Zip?
Have the Zip put his thing on. Have him put his
Zip, put your
YouTube channel on there.
Your YouTube channel on there. All right, I got nothing else for you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Sorry, it was a little bit slack this week, but you know, hey, what can I tell you? Some weeks are good, some weeks are bad. Please come over to our Instagram. I posted up something today, as a matter of fact, of the nasty weather outside. Go over and check it out and put your comment down and see what you're thinking. Oh, James, you know, James, whatever you say, brother. I got more important fish to fry than argue with you, my friend. So enjoy yourselves. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love you guys. Come over to our Instagram. Check us out over there. Give us up a couple of thumbs ups here. Share it. Subscribe it. What's that? And love you guys. Turn those hands back. That's right. Gonna get an extra hour today. That's a beautiful thing. I love that. All right, guys, enjoy yourselves. Have fun. Adios. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to tune in next week, 10 a.m. on Saturday. Happy Oyster. Bring it on home. See you guys. Are you sure you want to stop? Yes.